two speakers today from the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation, Workforce Services Division. Jeffrey Swilley is the Assistant Director of Business Services. But first, we are going to hear from Virginia Santiago, Retention and Data Validation Specialist.
Thank you for being here, first of all. We are the Prince George's One-Stop Career Center. This is a place that job seekers and employers in the county can come together and serve each other. The One-Stop Center concept came as a result of the Workforce Investment Act in 1998. And what it means is that under a roof, you have a series of partners working together to work with the two major, I said two, he says one, major customers. Who are two major customers? The job seekers and the business community. So that's why it's called One Stop, because guess what? It's not just people from the Maryland Department of Labor. You have staff from the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation, Workforce Services Division. You have Department of Rehabilitation Services. That's part of the Department of Education. You have Department of Social Services. You have Veteran Services. Everybody is coming under the same roof to work with everybody that is either a job seeker or is part of the business community. So we have, what is our mission? To contribute to economic vitality of Prince George's County by providing a demand-driven system that delivers quality workers to businesses while providing job seekers with opportunities for careers in high demand and high growth industries. Prince George's County has a unique position. We're so close to Washington, D.C., right? And we're not too far out. Therefore, you have many people in the county that move into D.C., that looks for jobs in Virginia, all of that. Prince George's County, through the Economic Development Corporation, has been working to position itself to make it a place that people want to live and work. And also is working really hard to bring businesses, because guess what? The more business in the community, the more revenue, the better schools and all of that. We have a part in that. We have a part in that. We're not just a center that people go and look for jobs. We want people to identify, especially since the recession, 2009, it was so difficult. We get to see so many people that were laid off from government and so many agencies. And you have all these people coming around. Guess what? The majority of them were 39 and plus. What happens to people 39 and plus? They think one of two things. I'm too old, or they think that they can find a job the same way they did 15, 20 years ago. And guess what? The labor market has changed. We're in the 21st century. Everything is technology. Everything is instant, okay? I wasn't born with a microwave. My grandkid was born with microwave and a tablet and computers and laptops, and I still can use a tablet. But guess what? Seeking employment, we need, and we are there to lead our customers. We not only work with disadvantaged people, we work with everybody. Everybody that walks through those doors, we work with them. We have very strong values, and this is where I feel so much proud, because from the lowest person working at our center way up to management, everybody's committed to work with people, okay? And provide the tools and the resources necessary to guide them through employment. So we are very responsive to customer needs, commitment to excellence, innovation, mutual respect, integrity, and like I tell the customers many times, I want for you what I want for me. I want you to have a good job, a good paying job. So you cannot be in this situation 5 years from now. But if you are in this situation 5 years from now, in the meantime, until we can help you get that job, I want you to know the tools and the resources. That is not just downloading a resume from the internet because it looks nice. It's how you can assess your skill sets, how you match those skill sets to the job announcements, and move forward. An example, right? So when we said that we help you maximize your earnings, it's exactly that. While the person says, oh, but, I've been sick and tired. I've been sending my resume. I ask them all the time. How many of you have applied for jobs? Boom. How many of you have heard back from employers? Again, a misconnection, a mismatch. We cannot look for jobs the same way we were doing before. So we provide, and I'm not going to go reading all this. I'm telling you, okay? You're going to have this. But we work right from the beginning. A person will walk through the door. We'll meet, the first persons that they meet are the information specialists. They're not receptionists. They're not secretaries. They're information specialists. Why? They know everything that's going on at the center. If a person goes there because they want a workshop, they will direct them to the workshop. They want career counseling. They were looking for training. They will direct the traffic to the right person. We have 2 major centers. The main center is in Largo, located in 1801 McCormick Drive, and the Laurel Regional Center, which brings together staff from Prince George's, Howard County, Montgomery County, and Anne Arundel. At the Laurel Regional Workforce Center, there are also some more specialized programs, like for dislocated workers. And these are our hours of operations from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Friday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And one person said, I want to go and work with you guys because you get off at 2 o'clock. No, we don't. At 2 o'clock, we engage into the staff meetings on Fridays. So I like to say that the One Stop Career Center is a place that brings together people so they can share tools and resources. We have an awesome website. It's the Maryland Workforce Exchange website, and that is the link. Yes. The first thing that we will ask people is, are you registered with the Maryland Workforce Exchange? They say yes or no. If yes, how we can help you. We'll direct them. No. We ask them to register there. What the people can do when they register, they can search for jobs, they can search for labor market information, they can search for training opportunities, even online free training. It is updated all the time because it gets feeds. If it's in the Washington Post, it's there. If it's in Career, Monster, all of those websites, it's there. But through the business team of each center throughout the state, there might be specific jobs that are not announced outside, but they're announced in-house because the business teams establishes a relationship with the employer and they can get that information directly and put them there. A person can upload their resume, they can change it, do all of that. We provide career guidance. We work with the reentry citizens, returning citizens, and we offer them weekly counseling through a job club and also individual counseling and referral to training. And as the retention specialist, I can tell you I work in the back. I'm the one who does the follow-up to see if those people that come through our training programs, if they complete it, if they obtain the credential, and if they're working all the way up to a year after they exit. And I am very proud to say that our returning citizens, if they're committed, they're getting excellent jobs. And not only that, I call the employers and I'm getting excellent feedback. Like they have the best employees with them. Through the federal bonding program, which is a program that we offer both to the job seeker and to the employer, the state provides that insurance. So if an employer is ready to hire an ex-offender, when they extend the offer letter, then they can be provided with this bond, and that will bond the employee for about 6 months. We provide skills training. Welcome. We provide on a weekly basis daily. There's a series of, I call it a job readiness workshops. Resume 101, resume clinic, interview techniques, everything that has to do with how to get you job ready. And we take it very seriously because from the moment you start receiving our services, we want people to get ready. So we tell them, our center is a professional setting. We don't want people to come up with their little kids. And we tell them, we have employers coming here all the time. Of course, they're organized recruitments. So you never know if the day that you're walking in to do some job search or fax a document, it happens to be a recruitment day. And that happens many times. So those are part of the services that we provide. Resource materials. So of course, if a person is unemployed and you read an announcement that says, please fax your resume and cover letter to this place. When I was unemployed, shoot, that meant like spending $3, $4. You do that every day, you don't have money, right? Guess what? People can come to our center, and we have a resource area where there are computers with internet access that they can use to do their job search. They can use our fax machines, even a phone line, all right? If they know that they're going to a job fair and they need copies of the resume, they can come to our center and make copies of the resume. All of that. That's available to everybody. And you just don't have to be a Prince George's County resident for that. You're just walking into the one-stop. Now, skills training, that's different. That is conducted through the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act program, which is federally funded. And if a person is interested in training, because as they're looking for a job, employers keep telling them you need this credential or that license, they will then meet with a career consultant, and they will try to determine if the person is eligible, how we can assist them to obtain that credential. We provide veteran employment services. We have a team group from the Maryland Department of Labor and their veterans representatives. They work with veterans and their families. And veterans have priority of service at our center, and their families as well. Adult literacy and education, and we also work with the youth. We have an outstanding youth program that works with in-school youth, but 70% of the program works with out-of-school youth. And this is like what the Maryland Workforce Exchange website looks like. And like I said, people can search for jobs, labor market, resume, skills matching, all of that. We provide a workshop every Friday morning to show people how to learn how to navigate the system. I'm going to talk very briefly about the Upgrading Skills program through the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. Those are federally funded program. People need to meet eligibility criteria. For this program in Prince George's County, they need to be a Prince George's County resident. But guess what? They have this program throughout the counties and cities in the state as well. So if this is what a person needs, they can go to their direct one-stop center.
That's approximately 30 to 35 one-stop systems or American Job Centers in the state of Maryland. There's about 3 or 4 in the District of Columbia and the surrounding counties, Northern Virginia area as well.
When I was a job seeker, this is how I learned about the one-stop. When I was a job seeker back in 2009, I just came back from Puerto Rico. And I always knew, I used to live here in the States before, and I always knew, no matter where you land in the United States, go to the governor's office website, and you'll find information. Right. Guess what? I clicked jobs. It took me straight to the MWE, Maryland Workforce Exchange website. And from there, I went searching and searching. And that's how I found out about the position that I applied, and here I am 8 years later. So it works. It works.
You can also Google America Job Centers. There's a website dedicated to America Job Centers, and that would take you directly there, and you can basically punch in a zip code, and find your closest one-stop center to your residency.
We try to tell customers all the time, we're here to help you get job ready. And we take that seriously. So if you have an appointment with a counselor, you better be on time. Because otherwise, you're going to lose that chance. Because you need to get into the mindset, this could be an employer, a job interview. If the same thing goes with a workshop. If the workshop starts at 10, the doors close at 10. So everything evolves around get our customers ready for employment. Like I said, the process starts getting registered at the Maryland Workforce Exchange. From there, we will assess, and direct them either through our partners, assess their needs, and see how we can help them. Sometimes people, they only need somebody to show them how to do job search. Like I said, technology is new. How people can match their resume to an employer's. People do not know about keywords, and they don't know about skill sets, in those words like that sometimes. They all know that they used to send a resume and get it immediately. It doesn't work like that. We would not only work in that aspect, we also have workshops, even tailoring the soft skills. Because, as you know, getting a job could be difficult, but it's easy. It's keeping the job, the big challenge right now. And then if people do not understand that with all the technology and all the changes in the industry, soft skills are as important, that's why we have a big turnaround sometimes.
I'm Jeffrey Swilly, Assistant Director for Business Services at Prince George's One Stop Career Center, and I'm in charge of the business engagement strategies. It was mentioned that we have two customers, job seekers and the business community are employers. I tend to believe we have one primary customer, and that's the business community, because they truly provide the employment opportunities. So we seek to serve our business partners in a very direct and engaged manner, and I'm going to show you how we go about that. Yeah, I'm talking about collaboration. Collaboration is the key word. I'm not going to read these two paragraphs, but collaboration is the main piece, is what we're trying to do. There's various avenues that we utilize to connect our businesses with job seekers, and I'm going to show you what that life cycle looks like. This is the life cycle. When we get a call, well, let me backtrack. We have 4 or 5 industry sectors that we consider to be prime for Prince George's County, and really this region. That's information technology / cybersecurity, construction. We also have retail hospitality, healthcare, and also professional services. Retail and hospitality is a key industry in Prince George's County. You know, the MGM casino just opened up, so they're kind of driving that piece a little more aggressively forward. But IT, cybersecurity, biopharma, and all these other applications are coming online. And if you're familiar with Prince George's County as well, we have a lot of commercial development beyond the MGM piece. We have the Purple Line that may eventually come through Montgomery and Prince George's County. We have a regional hospital center that's looking to break ground soon in collaboration with the University of Maryland, which will be a teaching institution. And we're also laying and waiting for the FBI to show up and make a smart decision and come to Prince George's County. So with that in mind, we have established a network of business consultants who have been assigned to those previous industry sectors as subject matter experts. So when we do get a call, those calls are presented to the appropriate business consultant. The first step that business consultant will do is to meet with that employer at their place of business. We want to understand what the culture may be. We want to take a look at their history, how they got from point A to point B. What are their plans in the next 5 to 10 years? Expansion, relocation, All of these types of things are avenues and issues that we want to find out about, because we try to take a a consultative approach to meeting with businesses. Once we understand the true need, because when we meet a business, they may not have a workforce need at that time. They may have a permit issue. They may have a legal issue that needs to be addressed. Our division, which is the Workforce Services Division, is housed under the Economic Development Corporation for Prince George's County. So we're at the table in a lot of respects for companies that are moving into the area, and also we're at the table with the various agencies of the county. The permit office, Office of Central Services, where a business may look to become a vendor of the county. So when we understand the need of the business, we can take advantage of all these resources and bring that to bear to address their concerns. So we understand the needs. We develop a plan of action. The ideal situation is that they do have a workforce need. So we roll that into a mode of recruitment. Through the Maryland Workforce Exchange, as the job seekers are building their resumes and their profiles, we have our business partners establishing a profile and submitting job orders to the system. That business consultant is the person that will help the business navigate the system to find the talent that they truly need. How do we get the individuals in front of the business? It's up to the business primarily to tell us how they want that to happen, but in most cases either via a resume submission. Most businesses have online applications at this stage, so we will direct our individuals to that platform, but also we invite our businesses into the One Stop. We can simply advertise the opening or the opportunity for a period of time, anywhere from 3 to 5 business days, to allow a level of interest to swell up, and we will schedule individuals to meet with these individual businesses on a specific date and time. We call that a positive recruitment because we know that that particular employer is engaged in the process of identifying a potential new hire through this process. So the interviews take place. Because of our relationship with the employer, we're able to follow up, ascertain whether or not they're truly interested in the individual. If they're not interested in the individual, they may even offer some suggestions or some issues that may be needed to be addressed for that individual to have a better opportunity next time. So we try to pull that information in and serve our job seekers in that manner by addressing some of the shortcomings that they may have through the interview process of maybe some skill sets. So the hire takes place, and then we move into a retention mode. As Virginia mentioned earlier, we have our customers assigned to a career consultant, so they track the progress of that individual pretty much up to a year's time. So, I don't want to get into the weeds of things, but we do have our performance goals and standards, and retention is one of those pieces. The other goal is a wage gain as well. So we want to see individuals advance along that path with that particular company or within that industry. Okay, so some of the services that we provide, and I mentioned a few of those already: the needs assessment, the recruitment and screening. With our screening, we are verifying work history. We also are able to assess skill sets, real skill sets. We have some software where we can ask the individual to prove it. You say you are an IT professional, well, prove it, sit down, answer these 20, 40 questions, and let's see how proficient you are with your answers. Are you scoring at the 90 percentile level or the 75% or 50%? Well, if you're at 50%, then we may need to get you into some form of occupational skills training. You need to upgrade your skill sets because you're not able to compete for that job. I mentioned the job vacancies. With our job vacancies and the job orders that are given to us by businesses, we have a network of partners. It's not just what's inside the One Stop that we offer. We offer exposure to the community. We have community-based organizations that we partner with, such as faith-based organizations, your mega churches. We have various agencies within the county that we can reach out to, apartment complexes that we do business with, the library system we partner with to get the message out into the general community. So we have a lot of roots effort to get exposure to that opportunity and have enough job seekers and talent engaged in the process to meet with that employer. And we could go to the next slide. Okay. How do we really grasp the attention of some businesses? We have various incentive programs for our employers. And one in Prince George's County we like to term as Hire Prince George's. It's also known as on-the-job training. And that's the title that you will find throughout the nation. It's termed as on-the-job training, but we like to customize it and make it our own by calling it Hire Prince George's. This allows us to partner with the business who's willing to take on someone that may have a skill gap, a slight or maybe a major skill gap. But if that business is willing to provide the skills training, do a dedicated and constructed curriculum design, then we are able to enter into an agreement for that employer to actually become one of our training providers. But ideally, the need and the goal is for that trainee to acquire the skills and be kept permanently. By establishing that relationship and acquiring the skills that the employer has promised to provide them. If the employer is willing to do that, then we're able to offer them up to 75% reimbursement on the hourly wage. The minimum hourly wage is $12 an hour, but we like to have that to be more in line with the cost of living. So we're seeking, in most cases, $14 to $15 per hour to start. And the maximum reimbursement level is on a $25 an hour job. But the 75% is for a small business, 50 employees or less, 65% for a mid-level company, 51 to 199, and 200 plus business can realize a 50% reimbursement. The reimbursement is on a monthly basis through invoicing. And as I mentioned earlier, these are the target industry sectors that we are pursuing for this partnership. So that's one incentive program, and we'll go to the next one. Customized training. And I won't go through each of these bullet points, I'll just give you a general scope of it. Customized training is for that business or group of employers who have forecasted a need for several positions, anywhere from 5 to 10 positions in a three-month period of time or maybe 6-month period of time. If they're willing to partner with us, we can establish a training program, a pre-employment training program in partnership with a community college or an accredited training provider, or it could be done in-house at the place of business. We can share the cost of that training dollar for dollar, but the business offering can be in kind. If they're willing to provide some materials, the instructor, the facility, the training facility, then their out-of-pocket expense may not be in dollar form. It may be presented in the in-kind contributions that they provide. We do have a vetting process. In most cases, the business has to be in good standing with their local entity, government entity, tax assessments. We may check the Better Business Bureau listings as well, but we also look to have this process done within a 30-day period of time, because you have the contracting process, you also have the recruitment process. The business will take part in the recruitment of each individual. We don't want to just send you somebody and you have to take them and hope for the best. If you're making a commitment, you're making a commitment to the individual by being a part of that interview process. So you have a vested interest. I'll just mention a couple of other things. We are within Prince George's County and some surrounding areas, especially in DC, there's some standards for vendors who do business with the local government where they have to hire local residents. In Prince George's County, we have a similar program. It's called the Jobs First Act. We are the administrators of the First Source Registry, which is the Maryland Workforce Exchange, is the talent pool that Prince George's County has to offer. So if the vendor who's doing business with Prince George's County cannot exhibit meeting the benchmark of 51% of the man hours being performed by county residents, then they have to come to us and give us 7 business days or 7 days to put talent in front of them to meet that benchmark. Rapid response, any employer who submits a warrant notice to the state of Maryland or any local, state agency, that means that they are in the midst of laying off workers, usually at least 50 employees that they intend to lay off. Then we get involved and try to provide outplacement services for those affected employees. Or we like to get involved and maybe offer some layoff aversion strategies in partnership with the state and local government. There may be some negotiations that could be made, some fiscal support that can be offered for the companies to keep those employees on. So we try to make that happen as well. I talked about the positive recruitment. We talked about the bonding. There are some tax credits as well for certain classifications of job seekers. An employer can benefit from a tax credit for hiring these individuals. Typically, it's individuals who have barriers to employment. We talked about our returning citizens. We talked about veterans, dislocated workers, and others. Young people as well, our youth, senior citizens, our seasoned professionals. So there are some tax credits that we will provide guidance for our business partners to register and receive those tax credits. And this is just the outline of some of the companies that we worked with. A lot of openings that were generated by these relationships, and in most of these cases we had the positive recruitments with some positive outcomes from those recruitment events. And I think we have some more examples on the next slide. These are just some positions that are hot jobs right now in Prince George's County. As you can see, there's a wide range of opportunities in Prince George's County, and we try to provide the level of support to our job seekers to take advantage of these openings. Yes.
How robust is your veteran intake and placement? How well are you doing with that?
Well, I can answer it this way. We have a strong relationship with the bases in Prince George's County, Andrews Air Force Base, Fort Meade. So we have a regular opportunity to be on the premises and those properties of those bases to make those connections. But we look at a global picture. We're serving upwards of 22,000 people per year. So there got to be a few veterans in there.
Yeah.
In fact, a couple of months ago, we had a whole month dedicated to our veterans, and offering them some skill sets to find employment, as well as a couple of recruitment events for our veterans. We did the same for our reentry customers as well. We're looking to do one for our bilingual community as well, and also our seasoned professionals. We're looking to serve them as well in September. So we try to cater to everyone. We're not the masters of all, but we do have a niche here and there. I just like to say, for our job seekers that are in the room, the greatest success is for those individuals who maximize the system on a consistent basis and take advantage of the recruitment events, as well as the navigation through our career consultants. Those are the persons who are most successful. And for our business partners, we're here for you.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you very much.